On November 14th, which is exactly a week ago, 2 years ago, I had completed Cataclysm for my first ever Extreme Demon on Geometry Dash. Seriously, how the hell has it been 2 years already? That doesn't make sense. It was one of my biggest gaming achievements I would say that I've completed because obviously completing an Extreme Demon is a fuck ton of work. It is not easy to do at all. And I honestly think that I peaked at this time of playing Geometry Dash. Now, granted, after playing Cataclysm and completing it, I was trying to go for Bloodbath, but over time, my motivation for playing the game and just kind of my overall wanting to play the game went down quite a bit. Started getting bored of it, and I mean, especially after 2.2 it released, anyways, because for some reason I feel like 2.2 was, I guess it's a little weird to put it. Obviously, it's an extremely important and monumental update when it comes to Geometry Dash itself, but it was definitely about that time, maybe after a year 2.2 release, that my motivation decreased. I didn't really want to play the game anymore. And I'll be honest, as of recording the video on now, I have not played Geometry Dash in several months. I mean, probably the last time I played this game, played Geometry Dash, might have been back in April when I had uploaded my completion of Rupture, the Insane Demon. Yeah, back April 15th. That was 7 months ago. So it's been a while. I do plan on potentially coming back to it. I'm going to play it again, see if I might be motivated to start playing the game again. The main reason for that is because I haven't been uploading a lot. I know I want to kind of prioritize quality over quantity on the channel. So, because like I used to do the daily uploads. I used to play a round of Black Ops 2 Zombies every day, and I used to play one EXE game every day. But I kind of stopped those. And the main reason for that is because I was starting to go to quantity over quality. The videos weren't as good as I thought they would be, and I've kind of noticed that with some of the videos that I have now. Now, my editing style, if you don't know, like, I do everything on the channel myself. I play the game, I edit the video, I make the thumbnail, all that stuff. I like to keep a more simplistic editing style. You might notice, of course, especially YouTube in the modern day, there is so much editing that goes into one singular video. And for me, sometimes it feels like it can get too much. Like, there's too much editing. There's too much going on, it gives me a headache, and I just can't really follow with what's going on. That's why I like to keep my videos as sort of just a cut, maybe zoom in here and there, maybe have a funny meme every now and then, but I like to keep them simple because I know I like watching the videos that I make because they're more simple. I feel like they're more akin to how YouTube was a decade ago, where you just record yourself playing a game, you do commentary, almost like what you would find 10, 11 years ago with Jacksepticeye or Markiplier. That's kind of my inspiration for these kinds of videos, because I enjoy just watching someone sitting down, reacting to the game they're playing in front of them with pretty minimal editing, and then just having them upload it like that. I like that kind of video, and I'm not a fan of the over-editing that it appears that the algorithm of YouTube is trying to force creators into doing. Now, I'm not trying to say that Markiplier and Jacksepticeye have fallen into that category where they have too much editing. I personally believe that their videos are edited very well. Their editors do extremely well, and I love the overall vibe of their newer videos, especially. I kind of teeter to their newer videos more rather than their older videos, but you get what I mean. Now, some YouTubers can pull it off well. Like some Minecraft YouTubers that I watch, they pull it off really well. Sometimes their editing might be a little bit over the top, but I feel like they have a solid middle ground from a raw recording to having everything just in your face, everything happening all at once. You cannot follow around with anything that's happening. Yeah. And again, to any that do have that style, no disrespect to you. Your channel is not mine. If you wish to keep editing like that, please do so. Do not let me influence how you run your channel. It's just how I like to run my channel. Anyways, I got completely off topic there. I apologize about that. But what I was trying to get at, I'm going to try to at least upload a video every Friday at 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Because I know at least then I'll still have some time to make sure that the video that I'm creating looks good, that I enjoy what I'm watching, and I don't feel pressured to have something come out that I'm not liking very much, but also not to the point where I'm being lazy about it. Because I'm not going to lie, I have a bad habit of being lazy, where I just absolutely do not do anything. So I'm going to try and do that. I have a few ideas in mind of what to create, and you will see those in the future. But for now, enjoy the completion of Cataclysm that I completed November 14th, 2023. Also, I apologize for the quality in advance. I still had no idea how to record a decent video back then. Dude. Oh my god! Oh my god. Dude, I tripped over my mic cord. My mic freaking fell down. Oh my god. Oh my dear god. I can finally freaking rest. I'm not trying to milk the reaction, but dear god. I have spent a god-awful amount of time on this freaking level. I'm gonna count up the attempts. I'm hoping it's under 10,000, but I don't know, we'll see. Alright, 8,810 attempts to beat Cataclysm. Now, to be fair, a lot of those attempts are old, and before I actually started seriously practicing the level. But, whatever, I'm gonna count it anyway. Holy crap, dude. Oh. That is incredible, dude. Absolutely incredible. Now, because this is such a monumental level, I decided I'm going to do more than just show the completion. I actually want to talk about it. Show some of my favorite parts of the level, some of my least favorite parts of the level, and overall just kind of how I felt before I started practicing Cataclysm and after I beat it. This is attempt 5, the attempt I beat it. This coin route right here, I ended up dying to this spike in this gear a lot. You'd be surprised on how much you can just miss time that blue orb right there to get the coin. It's still really not that hard, but sometimes, you know, you can't screw up on that. This little spike right here I ended up dying to a lot. That's 6%. For whatever reason, I have no idea why. It's just me being stupid. Now, this entire section right here, 11%. This is without a doubt the place that I've died to the most. The entire first wave section is the part that I definitely died to the most. For a fact, I know that. This, now I won't lie, the level is very inconsistent, which is definitely one of its downsides. Yeah, I don't even know what to say. This whole wave section is just very, very difficult. Sometimes I manage to die right here, which is kind of disappointing, but also kind of funny. This ship here, that ship actually didn't take me long to learn. Like, once I got it down and I just learned what the inputs were, it wasn't actually too hard. I was able to beat it. Well, I was able to learn it really quickly and get consistent with it. That way it wasn't too much of a problem. This ball, I'm not a fan of. It has a lot of tricky timings, which I mean for an extreme demon it kind of has to. But even then, this section right here, these timings, holy crap, you have no idea how many times I've died to this specific area. I died so many times. Like, even during the recording, before I had beaten the level, I was dying there a lot. Like, I just could not get consistent at this part to save my life. This UFO, once you learn it, it's actually pretty easy. I like the UFO. It's actually pretty satisfying to pull off. This next ship, especially that last straight fly there. This last straight fly, I died there a ton as well. It's very weird to get the timing down. And pretty much until today, I was just YOLOing it. Pretty much going with no sort of setup whatsoever. So, in the end, I was just kind of screwing myself over. But once I figured it out, you just have to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Press when you get right into the portal. And then you should be set up just fine to go through the gaps there. And then you have simple orb timings there. This orb part... Oh, no, hold on, pause. There we go. This little orb part here, I did a lot specifically to this for whatever reason. And then there's also the chance of hitting this orb too early and hitting there. I would sometimes dive there for whatever reason, hit that spike. Sometimes I would end up hitting this spike and not hit the orb for whatever reason. And you go up right into there. This timing right here is so unforgiving. You only have like a frame window to be holding down your key, or the button, however you play Geometry Dash. And then you have to let it go before you land, or else you jump into there and you die. There is such a small window where you have to let go. It's like you could barely... Oh, I did something. Like, you can hardly stay there for an extended period of time. It is hard. It is hard. This little mini cube, it's actually not very hard. All the timings are pretty good, pretty consistent. Most of the time it's just buffer clicks and memorizing where to go, which even then, even if you don't have it memorized, it's pretty easy to memorize it. It's not a very long part. Now, when I first started practicing Cataclysm, this is where I started it off, because the second half of the level was a lot easier than the first half. It took a little bit for me to memorize this little ball part here, but once you got it and you get it into a good muscle memory, you should be able to get it pretty easy. I died there quite a bit too. Yeah, pretty much not much more to that. You just gotta memorize the main part, which, like I said, it's not really that hard. This part is always where I start getting nervous, because I'm getting really far into the level. It's 64% in. I know I'm so close, and I know the level ends at 90%. So pretty much 26% left until I complete the level. This little straight fly here, I didn't actually struggle too much with that, surprisingly. I thought I'd struggle a lot with it, but I didn't actually struggle much with it at all. Also, these are my favorite club step monsters, like, for a fact. They just look real goofy. It's a little weird trying to straight fly through this, since all the spikes aren't really level. But once you get it consistent, it's not really that bad. Sometimes I'd end up hitting this wall right here. These aren't that difficult if you can get a consistent rhythm down on how you're going to do it. So I pretty much arc like this, and then I tap once to pretty much jump over here, and then I'd go all the way up, pretty much hit the ceiling right here, get myself stabilized. Or, you know, just go right through it, that works too. And then just kind of go for a decent arc right there. That part isn't very hard either. Now, this part, past 69, dies. I died a lot to 70 before. I don't actually die to it very much now. Like, once I got the rhythm and just held longer than I usually would, I didn't really have much trouble with that. Now, this little turd stick, I absolutely hate it. In one of the progression videos for the level, I mentioned how this wasn't level. Like, I couldn't exactly explain it, but what I really meant to say is it wasn't centered. The duel is not centered. And that just makes everything so much harder. Especially this. Because you might be... This bottom one right here might be fine. But if you go up too high... this one might be fine, but this one won't be. It'll end up hitting that top spike. You'll be dead. So you have to get it just perfectly so both of them are able to go through just perfectly. And that was very, very, very difficult. And especially when you're this far into the level and you're getting really, really nervous, that is hard to execute. This one over here is a lot more forgiving. But the problem with this, if you end up going too high with this one, you won't end up hitting the spike here and dying. This one will hit this spike and end up dying. And then this clubstep monster over here, I ended up dying to that a few times, unfortunately. I'd end up like just hitting the spike right here, and all of the nervousness and the grinding was for nothing, and I'd have to try it again. So it would definitely suck dying there, but I practiced it a lot off camera, and I was able to get into a consistent rhythm where I was able to make it through there just fine. Now this wave. If I just start at this wave, if I start at 73% just starting the wave, I'd be able to do it first try easily. But when you're this far into the level, you have 15% of it left before you complete it. It gets hard. It gets hard when you're so nervous. And of course, I know that because I died to both 79 and 81. So yeah, at this point, I'm practically freaking out. Silently freaking out anyways. That's where I died for 81. In a practice level, I ended up dying there. You could see I was so close to dying there. Just mere frames, and I would have been dead. But thankfully, no, that didn't happen. In another practice attempt, I ended up dying there. So I was kind of nervous about that part. But in the end, everything was pretty good. And then, of course, you have this little robot part, which isn't really significant. Of course, you'll have to kind of lag these 3 clicks right here in order to get the coin right there. But even then, that's not very hard. And now you have pretty much the anticlimactic final boss. This tiny little straight fly right here. I'm certain that there are a ton of people that ended up dying to this straight fly right here. And I just want to say, that's me pressing the F button. I'm giving you my respects. And I'd just like to mention, I was so close to dying. I was so close to screwing that up. And if I had screwed that up, and I died at 90%, there was no telling what I would have done. There was no telling. But thankfully, in the end, I ended up freaking completing it. And then, yeah, I ended up tripping over my headphone cord, and it fell right on the floor. I need to stop putting it on the little chair that I have right here and put it right on top of my computer. Yeah, just so that I can stop freaking tripping on it and causing it to smack on the floor. Because this is honestly an expensive mic. Like, it's good quality. I've had many people compliment my mic and how clear it sounds. I do not want to lose this thing because, like I said, it's good quality. I got it for like $40. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's Cataclysm, my very first Extreme Demon. This guy's being a little dramatic here, don't you think?